なんという集中力。これで試験終了。
Hey everyone, it's Dalt, and I'm hosting today's video. We're gonna see some fantasy magic anime with an overpowered main character, so let's get into it without wasting any more time. Starting off with number 10, Kemono Jihen. This anime has been dubbed. Kohachi Inogami, a detective who specializes in the occult, arrives at a remote village in the Japanese countryside, tasked by a hostess at a local inn to investigate a string of incidents involving rotting and mutilated livestock corpses that have been appearing for seemingly no reason. While surveying, Inugami notices a peculiar young boy working in the fields. Evaded by his peers and called Dorotabo for his stench, the young farmhand is surprised that anybody would take an interest in him. Inugami, piqued with curiosity, enlists Dorotobo in helping him with the investigation, despite scorned looks from the villagers. Unbeknownst to Dorotobo, this investigation will reveal a strange new world to him, one of the beast, like entities known as kimono existing in tandem with humans, along with breathing new purpose into his previously empty life. Number 9. Chrome-Shelled Regios. This anime has been dubbed. In a post-apocalyptic world overrun with great beasts called filth monsters, a glimmering dome protrudes from the wasteland. This is Zwelny, a mobile city unique for having a consciousness in the form of electronic fairies. Moreover, Zwelny is an academy where the next generation of powerful Heaven's Blades wielders gather to pit their strength against each other in inter-platoon competitions. Nina Ontalk, military student and leader of the 17th Platoon, is intent on recruiting only the best. Thus, when the mysterious Leifon Alsaif transfers to the academy, she instantly recognizes his abilities and decides he's the perfect candidate to join her group. However, with a secret past that won't leave him alone, and unknown powers beyond the academy taking an interest in Zwelny, Leifon joining the team is only the start of all their troubles. Number 8. Lord Marksman and Vanadis. This anime has been dubbed. In a fantasy version of Europe, a war between enemy countries is brewing. One of these countries, Zekt, has its 7 regions ruled by war maidens, known as Vanadis. Equipped with powerful dragon-carved weapons, Eleonora Ellen Filtaria, one of the Vanadis, launches an invasion against their neighboring rival country of Brunn. Eventually, Tigray Vorn, a young archer and an earl for Brunn's region of Alsace, has his entire army decimated at Ellen's hands. In a strange twist of events, Ellen spares Tigray and gives him the order, "Become mine." What could be the meaning behind this new alliance? An epic adventure filled with complex war tactics and beautiful women. Trapped in a multinational conflict, Tigray and Ellen are swept up in a war filled with dark secrets, conspiracies, and corruption. Number 7. Kyoukaisenjou no Horizon. This anime has been dubbed. To accommodate the entire human population, pocket dimensions are created around Japan to house the populace. In order to find a way to return to outer space, the humans begin reenacting human history according to the holy book Testament. But in the year 1413 of the Testament era, the nations of the pocket dimensions invade and conquer Japan, dividing the territory into feudal fiefdoms and forcing the original inhabitants of Japan to leave. It is now the year 1648 of the Testament era. The refugees of Japan now live in the city ship of Musashi, where it constantly travels around Japan while being watched by the Testament Union, the authority that runs the reenactment of history. However, rumors of an apocalypse and war begin to spread when the Testament stops revealing what happens next after 1648. Taking advantage of this situation, Tuari Oi, head of Musashi Aridust Academy's Supreme Federation and president of the Student Council, leads his fellow classmates to use this opportunity to regain their homeland. Number 6. Isekai Cheat Magician. This anime has been dubbed. Taichi Nishimura and his childhood friend Rin Azuma are on their way to school one ordinary morning. Suddenly, a glowing light envelops them, transporting them to a fantasy world full of magical creatures. Upon their arrival, Taichi and Rin are threatened by a beast. They are promptly saved by a group of adventurers who advise the pair that traveling unarmed and unexperienced makes them vulnerable to recently increasing monster attacks. Taichi and Rin are directed to the guild, where they can determine their magical aptitude and register as adventurers. However, the test they take reveals an unprecedented result. Taichi and Rin possess extraordinary powers that far surpass the standard mage, instantly transforming them from typical high school students to the ultimate cheat magicians. Taichi and Rin learn to grasp the full extent of their powers and familiarize themselves with their new world. Number 5. Children of the Whales. This anime has been dubbed. In a world covered by an endless sea of sand, there sails an island known as the Mud Whale. In its interior lies an ancient town, where the majority of its inhabitants are said to be marked, a double-edged trait that grants them supernatural abilities, at the cost of an untimely death. Chakuro is the village archivist. Young and curious, he spends his time documenting the discovery of newfound islands, but each one is like the rest, abandoned save for the remnants of those who lived there long ago. For the first time in 6 months, another island crosses the horizon, so Chakuro and his friends join the scouting group. During the expedition, they find vestiges of an archaic civilization, and inside one of its crumbling remains, Chakuro discovers a girl who would change his destiny in the world inside the Mud Whale as he knows it. Number 4. The Faraway Paladin. This anime has been dubbed. Born into a new world after a life of stagnancy, Will awakens to the faces of a skeleton, a ghost, and a mummy. Living in the ruins of a city long fallen, the three raise Will as their own. The skeleton, Blood, teaches him to fight. The ghost, Gus, teaches him magic. And the mummy, Mary, teaches him religion and responsibility. Most importantly, they all teach him love. As Will grows up and learns about the world he was born into, he prepares for the day when he must finally set out on his own. For Will, this journey includes a lifelong promise. At their coming of age, every adult is required to swear an oath to the god of their choice, with the strength of the pledge affecting their degree of their sworn god's blessing. With his departure approaching, Will must prepare to accept the truth of his undead guardians and embark into a world that even they don't know the state of. Will discovers, however, that every oath must be fulfilled, one way or another. Number 3. Slime Taoshite 300 Nen. This anime has been dubbed. After many years of being a corporate slave, Azusa Aizawa abruptly passes away due to severe exhaustion. Seemingly headed for the afterlife, she meets a goddess who bestows her with immortality alongside a peaceful life in another world. There, Azusa enjoys her days tending to her farm, protecting the nearby village, and killing about 25 slimes per day, a routine that continues for at least 3 centuries. However, this rather monotonous cycle begins to change when Azusa suddenly finds out that she has reached level 99, the maximum possible level, from slimes alone. Despite desperately trying to hide this fact in fear of ending her slow life, rumors of her strength spread nevertheless. Soon enough, various people throughout the continent, like the dragon Laika and the elf Halkora, start to appear at her doorstep, some seeking a battle, others asking for her assistance. Meeting friends and acquaintances who soon become family, Azusa finds she can live a life far better with others than when she was alone. Number 2. By the Grace of the Gods. This anime has been dubbed. Deep in the forest, far from any human contact, there lives a child named Ryoma Takebayashi. He engages in the rather strange hobby of keeping various types of slimes as pets. Furthermore, despite his young age, he has a sturdy physique and good compatibility for magic. All of this is because, having endured much hardship in his previous life, 3 gods grace Ryoma with a second chance to pursue one goal: savor the wonders of life. After 3 years of comfortable solitude pass by, Ryoma meets people that will change his current life forever. When he encourages and helps some soldiers tend to their wounded comrade, the group convinces him to accompany them to visit the nearby town's ducal family. Ryoma agrees, and soon embarks on a journey to explore the vast world beyond his home. And finally, number 1. Mushoku Tensei. This anime has been dubbed. Despite being bullied, scorned, and oppressed all of his life, a 34-year-old shut-in still found the resolve to attempt something heroic, only for it to end in a tragic accident. But, in a twist of fate, he awakens in another world as Regios Greyrat, starting life again as a baby born to 2 loving parents. Preserving his memories and knowledge from his previous life, Regios quickly adapts to his new environment. With the mind of a grown adult, he starts to display magical talent that exceeds all expectations, honing his skill with the help of a mage named Roxy Migurdia. Regios learns swordplay from his father, Paul, and meets Sylphiette, a girl his age who quickly becomes his closest friend. As Rudeus' second chance at life begins, he tries to make the most of his new opportunity while conquering his traumatic past. And perhaps one day, he may find the one thing he could not find in his old world: love. And with that, we've come to the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Bye bye now.